Good morning, you guys. It is currently 4:30 right now. About to pour a cup of coffee, and this morning was off to a little bit of a rough start. It's day 2 of the 75 hard challenge. At 3:30 this morning, my daughter was in our room with a little bit of a nosebleed, which means she didn't get to lay back down until about 4, and that means that I didn't really go back to sleep. And so I'm up for the day, and just goes to show you that I had the choice of, if I wanted to, I could have slept in longer. But it is so important that we keep the disciplines and the habits that we put in place for ourselves and just try to make adjustments, even if it means it's going to be off to a difficult start. I believe that's going to be a huge part of the next 75 days, is not letting my habits and my rhythms be shifted or changed based upon circumstances. So I'm up to this morning. I'm tired. So how we're going to start our day, this is how we're going to start every day, is I'm going to start with reading the Bible first, doing a journal entry, 5 pages of a book that I'm reading, and I'll show you guys what I'm reading here in a little bit. And then after that, we're going to get into the garage, do a little bit of a workout. I'm going to show you what I'm eating this morning. I'm having a yogurt with some strawberries, blueberries, cinnamon, honey. Pretty simple, straightforward, but something to get some fuel into my body. So I will see you guys shortly in the gym. I'll record some clips, and then other than that, if anything else pops up worthwhile to put on the camera, I'll be sure to record it. Hope you guys are having a great day, number 2 on the 75 hard. Again, please be commenting how it's going. I want to hear from you guys. And with that said, have a blessed day, stay Jesus strong, and we will check back in later today. So this is the book that I'm currently reading. It's actually from a YouTuber I came across. His name is Reagan Rose. He's got a pretty cool page, and yeah, it's just called Redeeming Productivity, Getting More Done for the Glory of God. Yep, Getting More Done, Reagan Rose. His YouTube channel is Redeeming Productivity, so go give him a look. So I wanted to share with you guys some insights from my 5 pages I read this morning from the book I showed you, The Redeeming Productivity. And Reagan, he talks about how in this chapter at least, how Christians have a unfair advantage over the rest of the world when it comes to our productivity. And a couple of the things that we have the unfair advantage on over the world is first, our purpose. You know, the rest of the world is aiming towards something, but it's constantly changing, whether that be success or accolades or awards or money or fame, whatever it is. For us, ours remains the same, which is to know God deeply and intimately and to make him known and to glorify him. And so that's our purpose, is that we would draw closer to know God so that we can go make him known to the world that is walking in darkness. And so our purpose and what we do every single day, our productivity and the choices that we make, the habits we build, the goals we set, are all grounded in that very purpose of knowing God and making him known. The other unfair advantage that we have is prayer. This is something I actually talked about this past weekend in a sermon I did about how we have a direct line to the divine. How Jesus, when he died, he became this bridge for us to have God on speed dial. And I know that's a very simplistic way to try to make sense of a very deep theology of what it means to have connection with God through prayer. But simply put, we have the unfair advantage that we can go to the God of the universe who created all, gives us our ideas, has designed creativity in us, who's given us the unfair advantage to be productive with the purpose. We have a direct line to him to be able to call on his name and to pray and ask him to help us accomplish the work that is set before us, so that, again, it goes back to our purpose, that we can glorify him and make him known to a lost and a dying world. And so those are some of the unfair advantages that you have as a follower of Jesus when it comes to your productivity. And so my encouragement in all that is, we're doing this 75 hard. You have the ability to remind yourself that the purpose of why we're doing the next 75 days is really not to aim to look a certain way, to say that we did 75 days of great habits and getting up early in the morning and we finished the book, we read scripture. Our aim is not to be able to say that we did those things. Our aim is that we would come to know God more and that we would make him known and glorify him in doing that. And the rest of whatever else happens is simply a blessing and a byproduct of staying grounded in our purpose. And you have the advantage to be successful over the next 75 days because you can go to God, the creator of the universe, in prayer at any moment and call on his strength and his power to help you get through the next 75 days. Again, the 75 days is not about willpower. It's about inviting God in to supply you with power and strength that we don't have, and also putting the proper things in place so that you can be more productive, so that you can win the day, and so that you can glorify God and make him known. So hopefully that's some good insight. Again, I highly recommend this book. I'm not even all the way done, but so far it's been really good and just very insightful. I am so tired. I laid down maybe about an hour ago and got like 45 minutes of rest. Most certainly just feeling the weight of getting up at 4:30 and not getting bed just soon enough. And then also with my daughter's nosebleed this morning and having to get up an hour sooner than I anticipated. Energy levels are low, but I know this is temporary. I know my body is readjusting and just trying to get used to what is going to be a new normal. And I just wanted to get on here and say, if you are feeling the same way, this is not out of the ordinary. This is a part of the process. Success should involve suffering. I'm currently about to do some work. I got to make some edits to my sermon for this coming weekend for my time teaching on the stage, and then I still have to do my 100 push-ups, and I still have to do my mile run. Working on catching up on my water a little bit. I'm just a little bit behind. I've been doing well with my food intake, and so most things are where they need to be. But that is where I'm currently at. Can you say cheese? Cheese? Yeah. So you're gonna go on a run with Dad? You go on a run with Dad? Woo! Yeah. Yeah. All right, what is up, you guys? It is day 3 of the 75 hard. I am completely behind. Started at 7 this morning, overslept, 4:30 again. This is the reality that no one will tell you, that when you start, sometimes you do fail. I mean, people talk about failing, but they often will not show it. This is me showing it to you. I woke up 2.5 hours later than I had planned, and so now I'm making up for it. But my daughter, my other daughter, and my wife are sleeping, so I have to take little Miss Thing with me on our first run. Yeah, you ready? So this is what it looks like, no excuses. Not something I'm great at, but something I'm working towards. Hope you guys are killing it today. Might show you a clip from me running, and we're gonna get after it. All right, Miss Addie, let's do it. Let's do it, yeah. All right guys, just made it back. It was a tough mile, simply just pushing my daughter, but it was worthwhile. It was fun doing that with her, and I was able to get it done. And so hopefully you guys are staying the course, even if there's hiccups and things that come in your way, whether it be yourself or life. Make the most of each day, stay committed, and keep saying yes. After the 75 days, not only will we be closer to the Lord, but we'll be glad that we continue to wake up each and every single day, staying obedient and saying yes to the next thing that God has put in front of us. So that is the video. Can't wait to see you guys next week for a long video as well. Hope you guys have a blessed day. Stay Jesus strong, and we'll see you in the next video. Say bye, Addie. Say bye, bye, bye. Say bye, bye, bye. Yeah. Bye.